What is going on YouTube? Jay here from MJ Tech. Today coming with the unboxing and review of the brand new Yume X11 that I've been waiting now for about a week and a half approximately. I got this directly from yumeway.com. I will be leaving the link down below. And this is a quite impressive scooter for the price. It is about $1,900 after the shipment and everything. The shipping is actually free, and they had a coupon available for about $100 off. So again, I got it for $1,900. This one is a 5,000 watt scooter, 60 volt with a 35 amp hour battery, 2,100 watt hours, and it's able to go up to 50 miles an hour. By the way, the battery is made by Panasonic. It is the 21700, and it has a range of about 60 miles. It has 11-inch off-road tires. It comes with front and rear hydraulic disc brakes, which is really cool. And of course, we get things like front lights, rear lights, we get turn signals, and it even comes with a horn. And also it is IP54 certified, which means that it can hold a splash, it can hold a little bit of water, even though it is not recommended, but it can hold some water. And this thing has a weight of about 110 pounds. So it comes with 2 chargers, and it has a maximum load capacity of 330 pounds. So here guys, without further ado, let's go into the unboxing and check and see what comes inside. So I just noticed here that this thing came with 2 boxes, and this is great news because, well, it does protect it against damage from shipping. So that was a very nice bonus here from this company. So inside we get things like foams, protective foams, and we can see already the scooter. It seems like we have a fender here. We do have the manuals right here, and this is the gold and black color. Well, after taking that out of the box, I have to admit I needed to take a deep breath. This thing is definitely heavier than I anticipated. I can already see a few things like the rear tire, suspension right there. We have here the information of the scooter, the chargers. We got here the front suspension. It is currently folded, and we do have a charger right underneath the tire. We get 2 chargers as advertised. It seems like this thing looks smaller on video than in real life. I have to say, this thing is quite huge. I know it is my first scooter, but wow. This upper side here, I would say this is at least minimum 10 inches, and I haven't gotten the real measurements yet, but I will do when we get into the review part of it. I know there's like a little latch here, okay, to stretch the scooter. There's like a little red latch. If I go down again, you can see it clicks. So if I move it downward, it unlatches, and now we can go ahead and stretch it out. And then of course you're gonna hear another click, but I think I have to use my feet to hold it in place. And check that out, there we go, it got into place. Now we can place the stand on here. Stand is right here, and seems of good quality also. Seems like nice and sturdy, but of course I'm going to check all the bolts to make sure they're nice and tight. And then we have this piece in which you need to lift it so that it creates tension, and that's pretty much it so far. Upon inspection, I'm noticing that a couple things didn't come quite right. If you look here closely, this light assembly came severely damaged. As you can tell, this whole area is bent. Unlike this one, it is nice and straight. so I guess that's just a shipping issue. Second, I don't think that's the damper that it is supposed to come with it. I've seen some videos, especially about a gentleman, I think his name is Jimmy. He made a video and he mentioned that Yume was going to send the proper damper, but this seems like it's the shorter one. On the back side here, one of the lights, one came somewhat installed, the other one was about to come loose. Our next step after removing all that wrapping from here is to install the handlebar to the stem. To do so, you will need a Allen driver. In this case, I have them socket style, so this is a number 4. And you simply remove the bracket that came already pre-installed on here. And so in this process, you will need a helper. In this case, I have my wife here helping me out a little bit. This thing is quite heavy, guys. I'm telling you, I still feel it in my back. I'm pretty sure tomorrow I'll be sore. The only quality issue that I see here is with the ignition switch. I already got it tight. By the way, the bolt came out. Luckily, I found it and put it aside. There's like a little Allen bolt right here, right there, and that came out. So I saw it when I took it out of the box and I saved it. I haven't applied any thread locker to any bolt yet, but I do recommend it. Also, the tires don't come inflated, so you have to add air into them. These are the hydraulic brakes, and on here we have the charging ports. As you guys can observe right there, they come with little flaps to keep water and moisture away. Let's go ahead and get it started here, so that way you guys can check it out. So here we have the little screen, and it is super nice and bright and colorful. You can see the battery level is at about, I gotta say, like maybe 60% approximately. So this thing has to be fully charged before we go on the road. Here we have these buttons. They look kind of funny. This is for Eco Turbo and single dual. We have a little charging port right here. There's one behind this piece right here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's another USB port. This is the horn. I have to admit, it's kind of funny. I still got to make this tight also. So that's for the horn. These are the lights. I think that's my favorite part of the scooter. The lights, they seem very nice and bright. Beautiful day to ride here in Florida. This is the Okehili Park. Temperature is about 78 degrees. And we got this thing fully charged and ready to go. So without further ado, let's see what this baby's all about. Okay, so to get this thing started, all you have to do is turn on the key. I have here my phone mounted just for accurate speed test. You know that these things sometimes they can have some fluctuation on the mileage or kilometers, whatever. And so to activate the dual motors, you have to press this in, and if it's out, right now we have it at single motor. So I'm gonna have it at dual motors all the time. And here, this yellow button sometimes can be confusing. If you have it out, that's for turbo. If you have it in, that's for echo. Here we have the horn. We get the turn signals, and everything is good to go. Right now we're doing about 19 miles an hour. I can hear a little rattle, but I think that has to do because of that fender. We know that's a common issue on the X11. You guys can hear it right now. However, guys, everything seems to be quite responsive, and now when I get back home, I have to adjust this throttle. It is in a very uncomfortable position. The turn ratio is really bad on these scooters, and it is because of that damper. That damper definitely needs to go, guys. Wow, this thing is a beauty, guys. Okay, now we're gonna try to do a little off-roading here. Wow, this thing handles quite nice. All right, I'm liking this. This thing wants to do wheelies, guys. So here we have a little hill. Let's climb it. Wow, this thing has power, guys. This thing has badass power. Now here's where the rattling starts a little more. Doing a little off-road here. Nice doggo. Alright, I'm not interrupting anybody's video here. Something I almost forgot is to mention that I have this mount on the back side, so I think that's why it's rattling more than usual. I have this clip, so I think that's what's rubbing back here. I have several mounts all around the scooter, so maybe we need to disregard that noise that we were hearing. My top speed on this scooter right now, it has been 23 miles an hour. Top speed, have to admit, it's kind of scary. I've done it on bikes, as you guys have seen from my channel, but doing it on a scooter is a different experience, totally. It's okay, I can off-road a little. Have a nice day. Wow, guys, this thing is phenomenal. The more I ride it, the more I really get into it. It is truly phenomenal. The horn is the funniest thing ever, guys. But you know what? At the end of the day, it works, and I think that's all that matters. So now we are on the road. I gotta say that with these off-road tires, it definitely feels shaky. It's hard to explain. It doesn't feel terribly shaky, but it definitely feels like you don't have street tires, for sure. Once these wear out, I plan to replace them for street tires. I won't be doing much off-roading with this scooter. I mainly got it because of the price. You know, these things, I already told you guys before, I got it for 1,900 bucks. And I gotta tell you guys, it is well worth it. A year ago, a scooter like this would go for like almost $4,000. These same features. I love the hydraulic brakes on this thing. I haven't tried the eco mode or the single motor mode, just because I know I'll get bored. I like that kick that it gives you when you have it at the maximum capacity. Alright guys, unfortunately here in Florida, you don't have a lot of mountains or hills, but at this particular park we have a hill right ahead of me, so we're gonna go ahead and test it again. This is our second round off-roading on this scooter. I gotta say guys, this thing is really addictive. There we go. This thing handles it like if there was no hill whatsoever. This is my third round off-road here, and it's handling quite well. Now I'll be going downhill. Sometimes with cameras it's hard to tell. Man, my battery just went down to 80%, and according to this, I've done 6 kilometers. Or 6,000 meters. Which I think is about 3 miles. So keep in mind, this thing is claiming that it can do a range of up to 60 miles, but I think that's on eco mode. Reality, with these modes that I'm using it on, I think we're gonna get maybe 20-25 miles total, which is okay because the performance is worth it, guys. Well guys, there we have it here today for the unboxing, the setup, and the first impressions of the Yume X11. So far, I gotta say this thing is amazing. Remember that it is my first scooter, so I cannot really compare it to other units out there. But for the price, based on what I saw in the market, this thing is quite amazing. Stopping power is great as well with those hydraulic brakes. Now, I have to admit that it does rattle a little bit here from the backside, so I plan to either replace or completely remove that back fender. It does get a little bit annoying, but after all that ride, I did about 5 miles. I still have most of the battery, and I had it on what I call sports mode, and right here you guys can see it that I still have about maybe 80% or so, and so everything's working great so far. But of course, I'll be doing a separate video with more tests and a official review, so stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more, click on the bell icon, and I'll see you on my next one.